Do any more to lecture because I want to get you started on the hands-on projects. So let me point them out to you. You go to samsclass.info where everything is, click on 126, and then at the top are the projects. So click the project links, and you'll see the first thing you need a Windows virtual machine, and there are a lot of ways to do it. You can download a Windows 10 or 11, either from Microsoft or a customized one from me, and run it in a local VMware machine, or you can use Windows Server. Any version will do. Any version of Server or client Windows will do. It doesn't matter. Or you can use cloud systems on Azure or Google Cloud, which is fine. And by the way, I'm going to add another one of these. I just got working yesterday, which is in this class. I'm going to move it to your class as well, which is this one. And the thing about this is if you're using a Mac M1, it's running a different processor. It's not an Intel processor anymore, it's an ARM processor, so you have to follow some specific instructions to put Windows on it. It's extremely easy. VMware now just has an option that will automatically download Windows from Microsoft inside VMware. I've never seen that before. That's a level of cooperation. Anyway, it's pretty easy to do, and you end up with a Windows 11 machine running in VMware on the Mac, which as you see I have. Now, if you install a fresh Windows machine, you'll have to install tools as you go. If you get one of the old images I put up, it has all the tools pre-installed, but they'll only run in VMware on an Intel processor. Now here, for example, I'm trying to install Firefox, and it sure is going slow. Hopefully not everything will be so slow on this Windows 11. But since that's happening, I'll show you some of the other things you have to do to prepare your machine. You have to disable Windows Update. This is a pretty good idea because otherwise it will waste a lot of your time putting on updates, which might very well be what's happening to me here. So you just go to Services and disable Windows Update. So let me try that. Services. Here's Services. And in this thing is Windows Update. And if you go to the Properties and disable it, this seems to be effective. Startup type to disabled. This is not the Microsoft official way to do this, but this seems to work. And then I'll stop it now. Now it's stopped, and then I'll make it disabled so it won't start again, and that will stop the updates, which is often why things run incredibly slowly on Windows. And you don't want virtual machines doing it. Now, the next one is really important. I'm about to download a whole bunch of malware, of course, so we can analyze it. Of course, Windows Defender will freak out and block it, and I don't want that, so I have to make an exclusion. So you go to Virus and Threat Protection and exclude the whole C drive. So this is Firefox Good. I'm going to pin it here. Like most people, I only use Internet Explorer once on every Windows device and just put Firefox on and never touch it again. All right, so now I want to get Virus and Threat Protection. There it is, Virus and Threat Protection. And Settings. Okay, and I could turn this stuff off, but it would just automatically come on again. The important thing is exclusions. That's what they're for. I can add an exclusion, and I can add an exclusion here of a folder, and I can make the folder C, which is therefore the whole hard drive, so it will no longer detect any viruses anywhere on the hard drive. That should do it. This thing won't freak out now when I put malware on this machine, which is going to be my next task. So there's a whole bunch of tools, and where is the malware? I don't want to do it that way. I could do this later to put on all these tools, but right now I'd like to just put on the malware samples. Let me see if I can find a good link for them. I'll just Google for it. Practical Malice. GitHub. That's where it is. There's a GitHub which has the malware samples, and here they are, the binaries. All right. And so there's a 7-zip and an exe. All right, that's what I want. So I'm going to just put that inside my virtual machine in Firefox. I'll close this garbage and get to, copy and paste doesn't seem to work. Oh, I need to, yes. I probably need to put in VMware tools. Another thing to know about virtual machines, Install VMware Tools. If you don't have VMware Tools, you can't resize the desktop and you can't copy and paste. So you want that. Install VMware Tools, click Install. All right, theoretically a CD should pop up. There it is, good. Open folder, although I probably do, and I'll just run the setup. Yeah, I think you're right, I just want to run the setup. Okay, good. And that's why I wanted to do this, because if you're starting with a clean Windows machine, you do have to do all these things, and I might as well have it in the video and demonstrated to do it. Okay. Next, install, okay.
So for a student account for Google Cloud, it says that I don't have access to Google Developer.
Yeah, you probably have to make a personal email account. A City College account is probably locked out of everything. It usually is. That's why I generally avoid using the college version of anything. And yeah, if you just make another Gmail account, you'll probably have access to it all. Yeah. A lot of people refuse to do that. We were teaching a class at Black Hat. Students paid like $5,000 each for it, and one guy refused to do this and got really mad until I finally just made an account and gave it to him. You know, so anyway, yeah.
So if we go to the cloud route, like Azure or Google,
Yeah.
Google Cloud, do we then need to follow the instructions in the first link to like set up the windows, like disabling the defenders and things like that?
Yes, you have to do all that. You have to disable Windows Defender because you're going to run malware on it. So you have to get rid of the end. You have to do all this stuff. So that looks like it worked. It shrunk my screen down, which is common. It'll come back on a restart typically. Yep, good. Well, this is very nice. I've gotten so used to, on the ARM machine, not being able to resize Windows because it wasn't as professional. Now they finally have made an officially, apparently supported version of Windows for the ARM. So it should be cleaner and more slick.
And also there's instructions for setting up the M1, which you said earlier.
What's that?
Setting up an M1
Yeah.
on Google Cloud. Like,
Oh, no, you won't. You cannot have M1 on Google Cloud. I mean, if you have M1, you can use a browser and use cloud machines. That's certainly an option. But you will not have an M1 processor in the cloud, of course. It'll be running on an Intel processor on their server. But if you have an M1, you can certainly use a cloud machine, and that would be an easy solution. Good, looks like I'm in. Ah, good. Okay, now I was trying to download the malware. All right. And let's go get the malware URL. And now hopefully I can paste it in here. What is this garbage? Some irritating search boxes in the way and it won't go away. Yeah, it's Microsoft for you. All right. Just garbage and more garbage. Looks like it's still not going to let me do copy and paste, which is unfortunately extremely common. That even though you get VMware tools, they often fail. There we go. Finally, it's working. All right. So now I can get the binaries, and this is the one ending in 7-zip. That's probably this. This is the one ending in 7-zip. This is the one ending in exe. I'm going to try to use this one. It'll probably be okay on this machine. Download. There is. This file contains a virus. Very annoying. Yes. That's why I'll use the 7-zip then. All right. Yep, the 7-zip doesn't contain a detectable virus because it's not only compressed, it's encrypted with the password of malware, which is what's the standard in the industry. So now to get that, I need 7-zip, which you get with 7-zip.org. A very powerful compressing program. You need to add this to your Windows machine for a lot of good uses. All right, so I'm going to open that file. All right. And install 7-zip. All right, now I should be able to open my downloaded file. Downloads. All right, here's Practical Malware Analysis Labs. Now here's something also about Windows. They hide the file extensions just to ruin your life. So you have to defeat that with View. Is it Details? Show. Okay, file name extensions. They keep moving this around. All right, now I can see that this is the 7-zip file. So now I can right-click, and there should be a 7-zip option, but they hide it in Windows 11 just to irritate you. Show more options. Now there's 7-zip. And extract here. And I'll just extract to a folder called Practical Malware Analysis Labs. Now it needs a password. The password is malware. Okay. And if I had Windows Defender running, it would freak out and block all this stuff. This is not very bad malware. It's not really going to spread or really do a lot of harm to your machine, but it does contain signatures that match the signatures of many malware families, so it freaks out antivirus. And that should have created a folder. Oh, I created an executable. Okay. You have to run the executable to unzip it into the malware, which is what I thought I did. Maybe it's just being slow. Right-click, open. There we go. This app can't run on your PC. Okay, that's usually a lie. If I go to Properties, perhaps I can unblock it here. No? Well?
You ever run as admin?
No, I don't think so. That's going to be a problem. It's going to affect you people too. I may have to come back next week. I think I've done this on Windows 11 before. In fact, I know I have, so it can be done. Let's see if maybe this would help. Users, SAM, downloads. Oh, dir in Windows. Okay, practical. I think I just need to turn off something, Windows Smart Screen or something. Let me check for comments from the students. Maybe somebody remembers the answer to this. I've seen this before. There's some way to get around that. Oh, gee, Server 2008. You might be able to use that. It's getting kind of old. Don't forget to enable bidirectional. Do you know any other vouchers? No, I don't. Password infected. Oh, the password is incorrect. Oh, the password is infected. Oh, thank you. Well, that's rude. If it'll actually unzip with the wrong password and give you a bad file, that's a new one. I assumed if you had the wrong password, it wouldn't do anything. But maybe it is infected. The standard is malware, but maybe they're right. Let's try that. I'm glad I checked. Now, I'd like to delete it, but Microsoft has hidden that option because they just try to be as annoying as possible. All right, so let's try it again. Go to the hidden menu, 7-zip, extract to, whoop! That's weird. I'm going to try it again. I don't think I hit the right option. It seemed to. Show more options, 7-zip, extract to. There we go. All right. All right, try infected. I'm entering the password of infected. That might be what they used for this archive. Wow. Cannot open encrypted archive, wrong password. Ha! All right, let's read the website. When all else fails, you can try reading the instructions. Malware. Yep, the password is in fact malware. So that wasn't it. All right. I think I'm going to stop here and finish and do a demonstration next week after I figure this out. That's a new problem that hasn't hit me before. There is some way to turn off that stupid app can't run on this PC message, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to stop this recording.